Drew and Peter. Indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, didn't see you there. Welcome to the Drew Poetry Session. Today I have a very interesting poem for you all at home. When I Heard the Learned Astronomer by Walt Whitman. When I heard the learned astronomer, when the proofs, the figures were ranged in columns before me, when I was shown the charts and the diagrams, to add, divide, and measure them. When I, sitting, heard the astronomer, where he lectured with much applause in the lecture room, how soon, unaccountable, I became tired and sick, till rising out and gliding out, I wandered off by myself, in the mystical moist night air, and from time to time looked up in perfect silence at the stars. Here I am, outside, just looking at the stars, and I'm about to tell you why this poem makes so much sense. So after this little research project, I'm now going to explain why I felt a deep connection with this poem. First of all, in modern day society, such an emphasis is placed on science and math and learning that's not really always going to be necessary in your life. Now, some things are very important. You have to be able to, do basic economics, personal finance. But sometimes we get so caught up in getting a good grade that we miss the true beauty of what God has given us. Walt Whitman, in his poem, his techniques, his rhetorical devices are so strong, it really parallels what's going on in the poem. His repeated use of when and his repetition of what they're actually doing is very structured and measured, like a real science class. There is a calmness to this poem. It is always very structured until the end, yet at the end it is still calm. It's very symbolic of how, when you sort of break the norm, you can find a new world that you've never really experienced before. The author's diction is simple, yet pretty elegant. It's very relatable. It's words we've all heard before. But he relates to us so well, it captures our emotion. And then when he adds that little twist to the end, we all follow him. Overall, his strong rhetorical devices, especially his syntax, just make you want to read the poem over and over again. I think it's very important that we really appreciate what God has given us, just for what it connects. Walt Whitman is a genius. He sort of points out how some people overthink things. Now, while I sometimes underthink things, I think he's right on target. This is one poem that actually applies to multiple things, and the author actually meant to do it. For instance, with college apps and all this college stress as we're trying to get into some place we're going to be stuck at or, have fun at for the next 4 years, a lot of people get caught up, including myself, in the numbers, all these applications, you got to fill it out. When really, you should also just take a step back. Be thankful for how far you've come. Be happy in your accomplishments. You're about to go to college. This is a big deal. A lot of people don't have the opportunity. Walt Whitman's not asking you to, throw away science, stop learning things. He wants you to still learn. He wants you to advance yourself. But he also wants to advance yourself in the respect that you look around in nature and see what it actually does. Like, just appreciate the beauty that we are given. He's a very smart man, and I agree with this. There needs to be a good balance in our life. And I'm, a lot of the times, unbalanced. So I think we should all read this poem and really just reorder our lives and appreciate everything that has been given.